Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome on back to another LEGO Mixels review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the one and only Gobba. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's G-O-B-B-A, so it's the double B. It kind of makes me question myself. Is it Gobba or is it Gobba? I'm not sure, but it certainly is quite a lovely name indeed. Of course, this is the final member of the Fang gang tribe, which is quite lovely indeed. This set contains 57 pieces. It is set number 41513. Of course, it features Mr. Gobba right here in an animated, cartoonified version. And you'll notice that Mr. Gobba is showing his tongue. There is an actual reason for that, I should say. And the main reason for that is because apparently he is the best of the Fang gang that can actually sense taste with his tongue. So not unlike Mr. Chomley, who kind of eats anything and everything, I'm sure actually that Mr. Gobba wouldn't mind kind of having a snack on just about anything, but still, he has a really great way of tasting things using his great tongue. However, there's even a rumor, apparently, that Mr. Gobba's taste or his tongue is so powerful that he can taste feelings. And apparently, he has been quoted as saying that the feelings of being lost or something is salty. I can't quite recall, but that was just so ridiculous, and I absolutely love the fact that they're going absolutely ridiculous with this line because it's really fun. So, without further ado, of course, let's go ahead and flip the package and we can see the Fang Gang Max, which we will be taking a look at actually next. So now that we've taken a look at Jog, Chomley, and today we're looking at Gobba, next time that I do a LEGO Mixel review, it will be for Fang Gang Max, which looks fantastic. I cannot wait to see this design come to life, so that's going to be really cool. And then, of course, on top of that, you could see the other rest of the series number 2. So, of course, we've got the Frosticons, which I've taken a look at already. Of course, we've got the Fang Gang right here. Sorry, the light is really reflecting harshly off this, so my apologies about that. And then, of course, the Flexers, which I will be looking at once we're done with the Fang Gang Max. So, with all that being said, Mr. Gobba is the last fella before we get to Fang Gang Max. So why don't we go ahead and get this package unpacked, take a look at the goodies inside, and see if Mr. Gobba is a cool member of the Fang Gang. Oh, Mom! Ooh, I can taste feelings. This camera tastes like salt. That made no sense. Alrighty, guys, so I've got Mr. Gobba fully assembled, and I have to say, it's a very chompful design. I think it's almost more fitting to give this ability to Chomley, but I really love the way that the jaws come together. I think that was a really pleasant surprise. I just love the look of the teeth here, just this really almost creepy kind of a grinning smile that you get with Gobba here. And then just the chomping action is just really satisfying because, again, you could take a Mixel, such as the one that came with Chomley, and just go ahead and go, nom nom. Just chomp down on that guy. And if you've got one of the smaller Mixels, of course, you could go ahead and place him in there as well. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you could take a couple of Mixels and place them in there. I haven't tried that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Maybe if you just position them just right, you could get a couple of Mixels in there. Okay, it kind of works. There you go. Looks like a nicely nutritional, balanced meal of Mixelness. But nonetheless, of course, today we're focused on Gobba. So I have to say, of course, very fitting for him to have the tongue represented, because as I said, that's his kind of ability. That's his shtick. So it's very fitting. Again, I love the expression on the face. I think that's really done nicely. He's got that kind of weird leg design where it's just like a plank with the feet connected to it. And one of the issues is if you have him standing just like this, what happens is if, let's say, you were to, let me just zoom in a little bit further, if you were to open his mouth all the way up, his head is so heavy that he will just topple over every single time. So what you really have to do is shift his legs like so to counter that, and then, as you can see, he will stand normally, but obviously if you keep his feet the way that they're supposed to be, you're really never going to be able to get him to straight. Sometimes you can get it on a bit of an angle and it will work, so you won't have to do the complete reversal of the feet like this, but this is the safest way of having him stand if you want his mouth opened all the way up. His hands are actually really cool, nicely articulated. I like these types of hands, as I said before. I really like when the hands are in a ball joint, because then they're a lot more expressive, you know, where he can kind of, you know, have his hands closer to his mouth and stuff. So, I don't know, I just feel like this allows for a lot more mobility than when we get like hands, for example, like we did on Chomley, where this is a very limited amount of range of articulation, especially on arms, where they can really be helpful towards creating a more expressive design. And I think that Mr. Gobba here does a great job of having really great expressions on his face and on his hands as well, so I love that. The only unfortunate thing is, of course, that the feet are not particularly exciting. It definitely has a very kind of boring design from the bottom half down, so it would have been nice if he got some sort of a nicer design here, but then again, I feel like there was so much parts dedicated to the design of the top half, especially his head here, that they really couldn't afford to mess around and keep the design within the same price point. So I'm understanding, but at the same time, it's one of those things that, as you guys know, I like to point out the things that I don't enjoy as much as the things that I do enjoy. So overall, just to show you a little bit of a comparison of the entire Fang gang, here's Chomley, and here's the leader, Jog. He's kind of right in the middle in terms of scale. You'll definitely see he's a little bit taller than Jog, but at the same time, he's shorter than Chomley. So, very cool design. Overall, a great series. I think that so far, these were... The Fang gang, I'll be honest with you guys, was the 3 characters that I was least excited for from Series 2. And just like I often have that scenario happen in my life, the things that I'm least excited for end up surprising me in a very pleasant way the most. And these guys are all fantastic. Chomley has got an amazing expression with his eyes and everything. Just a very cool figure. Jog is a unique quadruped with a giant chomping action ready to chomp down all his opponents. And then Mr. Fang gang Mr. Fang gang. Gobba over here, also very expressive, got great range in his hands and arms, and then on top of that, a really cool head sculpt as well. So, now that we've taken a look at all 3 of these Mixels, of course, today we were focused on Gobba, but still, now we have completed all 3 of the Mixels, next video, or the next video, I should say, that you guys will be seeing will be the LEGO Mixels Max Fang gang, or Fang gang Max, I should say, which should be quite promising indeed. It's kind of like a mix between like almost a raccoon and a squirrel and just this crazy looking thing. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that guy fully assembled. That being said, thank you guys so very much for watching. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's review of Mr. Gobba, smash that like button, share the video with your family and friends, and favorite the videos as well. Thank you guys so much for doing so. It's always appreciated. And of course, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.